Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the new dedicated servers patch on Avora 3K 4v4. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. Avora's got 4 points, a little different than the usual 5 points. No one's going to have a clear majority unless they truly dominate the map. So it's going to be a little more scuffly. I like it here. It's also very purple, as you're seeing from the rocks in the background. I'm also doing something new with my audio, so hopefully some of you have noticed that by now. And it will be easier to hear me when I'm not doing my loud, screamy, excited voice, and I'm instead using my inside voice, like a real adult that I pretend to be. We have some returners. Red Dog Stalin, Zombarino, Kerbal. I don't know if you've been on a video. I know I gamed with you yesterday, so that might be what I'm thinking of. Call, Imbushka, I think Pro Noob. It's also been here, so a lot of people. Man, I guess Nebius is small enough that you play it for long enough, you'll start to recognize people. Here we are, dropping down. Hoping my game's not too quiet relative to me. I guess it's not the end of the world if you don't hear the music 100% of the time, but oh well. Okay, we're dropping down the ANS team. And Zumbarina here, 2 guns and a backpack. VLS 2, I think. I can actually just see it on here. VLS 3. Alright, what are you bringing? Just some maces. Those might be stock. Very interesting. It's got some beam support. Good PD and an E-War Sprinter. Nice. 2 blankets. That's gonna ruin someone's day. Yeah, it looks like the OSP brought a lot of Ocellas. So that's gonna be trouble for someone. We got Voodoo Fan with a freak blob. Oh, these have missiles. Oh yes, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of missiles. Less a bug and more just not an implemented feature. That doesn't surprise me. It's a workshop map. Although I feel like I've seen those before. So maybe he's having problems? I don't know. Anyways, bringing a lot of missiles. Red Dog stalling up here in a gun Axford. He's talking about, of course, the, yeah, there it is. He figured it out. And a lot of little cannons, too, on the side. Uh-oh. He didn't follow the rules. That's not enough point defense. It has the potential to well, that's some point defense. I don't think outsourced defenders are all that great though. Because it tends to cause weird angling and tracking problems. So we'll see though. This could annihilate some fools with its excessive guns, but it could also be annihilated in turn by a lot of missiles. See, this is what you want. A lot of stone walls, a lot of defenders. This thing, it's not going to get missile down unless it gets absolutely overwhelmed. Also bringing beams. Ooh, beam Solomon. That's fun. So we got an E-War Reigns in support as well. A couple defenders on it. A pretty well-rounded team out of the ANS. Surprised I'm not seeing any voxels. Since they appear to be, at least, the most common ship for ANS. But it's just destroyers and sprinters and Reigns, everything else, yeah. Even one Axford, a couple battleships. Alright, now we're on the OSP team. Noob, what are you bringing? Plasma cannon and some T-30s. Boy. That has potential to be very dangerous. Along with an EWR tug and a naked scout. For capping, we got Kerbal Space Police with a pair of definitely not Axfords. Just the local budget Axford committee. Call getting locked up by something and fired at. Oh my. Call, stop being shot at. I'm trying to do a thing here. T-30s and plasma cannons. Just 2 plasma cannons though. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. We got these guys. Some, okay, interesting. Some short-range missiles, some Mark 1s. Oh, man. What a knucklehead. Well, we're off to a great start. Just absolute infantile. I'm glad people are dunking on him for being a child. Because, yeah. It's kind of pathetic. Alright, Call bringing missile tugs. As an well, I guess Voodoo Fan was bringing the, opposing version of this. And Ambushka has a pair of T-30. Oh my god. That is a lot of T-30s. Are you bringing any plasma, Haas? No. No plasma. So this could have eaten this fleet for breakfast, but is going to get annihilated by these Solomons if they run into them. And I think the Beam Solomon was headed this way. Yeah. Seriously, run is right. You need to get away. Also, this guy didn't lose any ships to the edge of the map at all. He actually surrendered before getting to the edge of the map. So, oh, I see. He's trying to do cutesy wootsy stuff with the Pinards and wasn't paying attention to his ships like an idiot. And will now lose them. And then he surrendered before he lost them. Got it. Also, this map is not too small. It's 20 clicks across. Most maps are 20 clicks across. Some are 25. He's just a baby. Which is unfortunate. Anyways, enough of that. We got Call over here getting, wait, not Call. Pro Noob over here getting punked. He has no fleet tags. Interesting. Getting shot up by this Solomon, who is gonna eat some, Call's plasma. Oh, dear. Ah, I really like the new plasma. Like a lot. Especially now that it gets bonuses from E-Regs. And the high speed is nice. And the low hit size makes the high speed balance. This ship eating an absolute ton of T-30 fire, but not enough plasma has gone down the field to really make much of a difference. Oh, these monitors are assisting with plasma as well. So that first volley didn't do very much, but I have a feeling the second volley is going to do a lot. Unless this thing gets turned and out of there, which seems to be what he's trying to do. It looks like he's trying to duck behind the cover here. Although he's breaking, actually. He might not be trying to get to cover. You do not want to take this fight, Chief. Not with all the plasma that's gone into you. Oh, man. This could get very bad very fast. I think some missiles got fired in this direction. So Lyrebirds are on up here. Speaking of things that are going very bad very fast, a ton of T-30s going on over here, and they're not going to be doing much, but the 450s are. I don't think Lucy here is close enough. The trash boat to get that much done with the beams. Unfortunately, having to burn through quite a bit of open space. I guess we'll go ahead and put Voodoo Fan on the old thumbnail there.
The enemy is securing zone common.
Ooh. Beams versus Ocellos. I know exactly who wins that, and it's definitely the Beams. Although he's having some issues keeping him on target. Because Beams knife right through that decent Ocello armor, and they render the immense benefit of bow tanking, well, worthless. A lot of fighting going on over here. Surprised. Well, yeah, I guess you can't really stop to cap Charlie now, can you? You just gotta keep running through. Might even be able to, he'll probably just get it while flying through it, actually. Doing a little mining here. With the old mining laser. The other Solomon flipping around, ignoring, or just rather not dealing with the plasma team, and instead getting extra fire into this fleet. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I want to see. When I'm like, teamwork. Teamwork is powerful. Teamwork is Imba. It's the most important thing in the world. The ANS team bringing teamwork to the party. They might be able to win this even down one player. Oh, yes. If these two Solomons work together, the guns providing the extra combat width from a really long way, and the beams getting in there and just tearing things apart at close range, it could spell absolute disaster for this Ocello and this Bulker team. Those T-30s can't do anything, and the 450s help. I mean, the 450s are good against the Solomons, but the Solomons have more firepower overall than the Ocellos do, and these T-30s are not going to be much help. It would be help against this team, which is not here, obviously, and it'll be good against Zombarino's supports. But the Solomons are a hard counter to that. That is a gamble. That is what this is. This is the same as not bringing any point defense. This is the same as, I don't know, just bringing nothing but extremely expensive hybrids or torpedoes and then yeeting them into the void. It's just a gamble. These guys are backing up into their own spawn, which is not good. The OSP team is ahead on caps right now and very ahead on points. Why aren't y'all capping Bravo? Oh, because of this guy, who is going to die very quickly, I think. But the ANS is definitely ahead on map control. Well, maybe not, because the bulk of the OSP team is going over here. The bulk of the firepower of the OSP team, I should say, is going on this side of the map. Well, while these are getting pounded by the Axford, the Destroyers, and the two Solomons. These T-30 ships aren't going to do anything this game. They're going to get gunned down before they can get close enough to do anything about the smaller vessels. And the Ocellos have been continuing to put out fire, but I don't think they've got enough. 3 ammo elevators, not bad. What about you? Also 3? Yeah. But that is simply no match for several times its price in fleets. I guess this isn't fighting right now, so that's not technically in the battle. But getting attacked by this team and this team is a real problem. Of course, this ship eating fire from all the little guns that Red Dog Stalin has brought on this ship. That gamble paying off quite well, because there's not really much in the way of missiles coming out of the OSP team. I mean, this is firing rockets, but this is too close for point defense to even do anything. Rocket's going to be making very good use of the plasma holes on the nose of the ship, and also going to be doing some damage of itself, some armor damage itself. Lucy desperately pushing his engines to try and get in there and get some lasers down. The Ocellos, of course, have been running, but they've stopped running because I think they're getting close to the back of the map. So, and I think this thing has lost most of its 4 thrusters. Oh, yes. Gunfire, some T-30 gunfire going out to Goliath, but it's going into the side that hasn't been plasmid, so that isn't going to do anything. If you really want to get some damage down the field, you want to be shooting at this. Or Yeah, that's kind of it. I don't think... No, there's no way. There's no way. These are... Yeah, these are probably 9 or 10 clicks apart from each other, which is just too far for T-30s. These are about 6 or 7 away, which is just the outer edge of the T-30s. The beam ship getting into the fight, still eating some fire from those Ocellos, but this thing has not been plasmid, so the 450s will be doing damage, but not enough damage. Meanwhile, the beams will be not doing that much? Oh, no. Oh, yeah. We'll be completely deconstructing the Ocellos piece by piece as if they were in an ANS salvage yard. Boat. T-30, who does no damage, is unfortunately going to be taking a lot of fire from the Solomon. And just getting annihilated, especially with the other fire coming out of this team earlier. Looks like he swapped and destroyed Red Dog Stalin's escorts. But there's so many little guns shooting at this thing, as in addition to the 450s, that it is getting torn to shreds far, far faster than the possible damage it can output. Gall's team getting caught by these by the Axford and Keystone combo. I'm not sure what's with the orientation on this. I guess they're really, really trying to get lasers onto those Ocellos, but you're too far away from that, Chief. I think they're starting to switch now? No, it looks like they're maintaining. Weird. Let me over there. Let me over there. Oh my god. Boat getting, okay, destroyed, finished off by those beams. Trash gonna get cleaned up next. And Bush got, unfortunately, pretty much unable to do anything, although was able to cap and hold on B for quite some time. In fact, is still holding B. I don't know how this thing didn't get finished off. I guess Red Dog Stalin figured that he's got more important targets. And then deal with the points later. I mean, to be fair, if you kill the opposing force, points don't matter. Cole getting in here. Dumping plasma and T-30 fire down the field. Where are those going? Oh my. Good damage coming into Zumbarino here. Out of those Ocellos, but they have... You have... That is not what you want to be shooting at, buddy. This thing can resurrect. And in fact, it hasn't even lost anything. All it's lost is bullseye, and that's fine. There's so many restores. And several... I'm betting at least 2 of them have been used. Oh. Okay. Great. I guess I've got more bug reports to make. Yay. So that is... Let me see, an error bug. What happens if I open this? Okay, cool, it'll open it somewhere else. And after this, I'll have to make that bug report. Swoop. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Damn it, man. This Red Dog Stalin was doing pretty well. Oh, looks like someone got control of his stuff. Lucy got control of his stuff. Who's Lucy? Ah, the battleship player. So he's going to know what to do with this, hopefully. In fact, probably pretty easy to just fly it in a direction while firing and just support the team. Zombarino really is the one who needs to be doing the clever tactics right now. Because this just needs to burn forward and hit things with lasers and keep the OSP on a back foot. And this just needs to dish out damage. And the Axford can play around these rocks and dish out extra damage. I think right now, this ship is the highest priority for the ANS team to destroy, because it's got plasma and it's got T-30s, which can eat these escorts alive. But it looks like they're too busy fighting the monitor team. Monitor team also bringing plasma, but monitors are a lot harder to kill than bulkers are. I think you're better off going after the easy to kill target first. Couple maces coming out. Where are these going? At the bulker. Who brought some AMMs. But they are on cold fire, interestingly enough. Oh. I think he's made a small mistake. Unless he's just trying to loop him around. I'm not sure what caused the missiles to do that. Oh. Pro Noob during all of this has managed to get an EWR tug all the way on the other side to scan the backside of the ANS fleet here. Call has his own EWR tug up here. OSP, absolute masters of knowing what's going on this battlefield. Oh boy, these Ocello's still getting dogged by Lucy. Oh, he's burning, he's pushing his thrusters to the limit. He really needs to get off a flank, because he's going to get to a point where he burns all these out and can't fly anymore. Oh, it's certainly been working out for him. God, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. It's pretty brutal. This thing taking lots of damage, of course, from the 450 fire, but dealing out significantly more than it's taken, and locking these Ocellos down so that this team over here can engage the monitors. Very good. Unfortunately, I think the ANS is just barely going to lose this one, because the damage on this is starting to add up. The plasma on it, I should say. And, of course, they were down a player from the beginning because this monkey disconnected. Pathetic. Just pathetic. Complained about the map being too small, even though the map's pretty average size. And then abandoned. Because he doesn't know how to manage his own ships. Is it hard to manage 6 ships? Yes, absolutely. But if you cannot handle that, do not make a fleet with that many ships. Ooh, lots of missiles coming out. Not enough point defense on this Axford to deal with S2 spams. Lots of defenders for handling containers, but a couple of rebounds have already been destroyed. And it looks like a 62 where there could have been some point defense. A couple 62s where there could have been more point defense. And that's the gamble. That's the risk. Gonna counter fire with a couple torpedoes. But... oh, these don't have... what? These don't really have enough point defense to deal with these, but the chaff and the assistance from Call's other ship is gonna soft kill these, and a little bit of support from the Grazer, but generally these two tugs get away scot-free. I can't believe it. Well, there it is. No point defense, and it worked out anyways. Oh, man. Beam ship getting in here, but not able to get a good track on these monitors, unfortunately. I'm guessing that means the Ocellos are dead. Where are they? There they are. There's one of them anyways. But yes, that one's dead for sure. And this one is... ah, he's managed to escape under the rock. And is heading towards Delta. Not a bad idea. Of course, easily able to take out this Reigns with those 450s. I think Lucy's gonna flip around over this rock, chase him down, although he's really having some thruster problems with all the over-thrusting he's been doing. This whole game has resulted in some costs towards the later stage of the game. Just now passing the, or getting near the 20-minute mark. Ooh, that's a good track. And Beam's also highly effective against monitors. Beams are just good, period. But versus Ocellos and monitors, I think is where they shine. Because they can deal so much more damage than comparable guns. Given that the Ocello and the monitor have good armor and good angling relative to the rest of the OSP ships. Red Goliath getting taken down by this sustained plasma and gunfire out of 2 fleets. I think this thing's gonna die here before too long. But it is eating up attention and allowing Zombareno to get in here and really mess people up. Of course, he's having some problems of his own. Look at that. Big irony is, I think if this guy stayed in, the ANS takes a very easy victory. Things just went really well for them this game. But they're still gonna lose because someone abandoned. Like an infant throwing a tantrum.
The enemy secured zone common.
It's just disappointing to see. Like, really, man? That's what you're gonna do? I mean, even if you make this mistake, what you say is, "Oh crap, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I did that. LOL," and then you just continue on with the game with the ships you have remaining. Right? What is this? Things didn't go exactly super perfectly, so I'm leaving. I need to stop ranting about that guy. That is not what this gas is supposed to be about. It's just supposed to be about the game. But he was a significant disruption on the game, so I don't know, maybe it evens out. I don't know where Lucy is going. Ah! Lucy's going to Cap A, which is actually probably a pretty good idea. So he's got D holding with this reins, and the Solomon showing his face is distracted the Ocello. Alcovneta coming over here to hold on A, but I have a feeling the 3 beams out of this thing might be able to kill that. I don't know, just something about it. And I think Lucy is, yeah, really the last player in the game right now. Well, Zambarino's around. And, yeah, flying, but I don't think he's really got enough functional on this ship to be dangerous. Lost a few DC lockers, unfortunately, so not able to get those restores off. So this is the story right here. It's this ship in space, burning, taking rounds, taking purple goo. Which just looks so good, by the way. Like, they really knocked it out of the park with the visuals on the plasma. And this fleet I've built that's just pure plasma. I've got one that's 2 plasma bulkers and like an EWR and an Intel ship, and then one that's just 3 plasma bulkers, which is obviously bad. But it's just so pretty. Highly recommend going for aesthetics. Beaten, battered remains of the war losses floating around Zambarino, taking some fire from the 450 Ocello downtown. Oh man, a Red Dog Stalin ship is back in business somehow. Solomon's doing the resurrect and getting counterfired. All right, we'll have to turn this on to see what kind of damage that's doing. Getting counterfired from Call. His T-30 is doing immense damage because they're flying into that completely roasted starboard side. Oh boy. I was not expecting this thing to come back given it has 0 restores and a bunch of damaged DC lockers. But here it is.
The enemy is securing zone
Solomon Grundy back on Tuesday. Wednesday or Sunday or whatever. It's been a long time. I need to, if I'm gonna make that joke, I need to actually reread that poem so I can make that joke effectively. Something else I need to do after the end of this game, in addition to anything over this bug report. I don't know. LSP doesn't really have that much remaining either. Anus might be able to cap a few points, but it would take. I think we might actually time out before then. Yeah, yeah. This is an OSP. Oh my, especially with those going into the side of the ship that has been pretty well damaged. Oh, I love this dance. It makes me chuckle. Missiles don't have quite enough maneuverability. And they don't have the intelligence to, like, fly out, flip around, and come back. Sombrero throwing it in. He knows what's up. Yeah, it was a really good game, even with having a lever. It was certainly one-sided. But A&S, good showing. Real good showing. Especially from our two Solomon players, Lucy and Red Dog Stalin. They were... I was pretty impressed with that teamwork. I respect Zombarino for deciding to also, like, come through the middle and stick with the team and be a support guy. And putting gunfire down the field instead of, like, going off and doing his own thing and trying to cap points to make up for not having another player. Just good work out of the A&S team all around. All around. OSP did good as well, obviously, since, you know, they won. But I was really impressed with the A&S players. Huh. Yeah, that is a good way to put that. Zero, 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 zero. At this point, we're just kind of waiting for the end of the game and sitting around. I've messed a little bit with video editing, so this might wind up getting cut. If it's not, hello. Person who was watching this before I realized that this needs to be cut out. I don't know, I kind of like this section because it's neat to see the tail end of these games. People trying to squeeze the most out of their ships. But they're also, like, at some point you just have to recognize that the game's over. Oh my god. Those are too good. Those are too good. That should be illegal. Get stable in here. Beams aren't sporting in warfare. They're way too strong. Oh, I love it. I need to have... It's too bad I don't have Buff the Solomon, please, on as a guest speaker today. I'm sure he'd be ranting about how much more these things need to be viable. Just look at it. Just look at it. Look at the damage. Through the armor. Straight up deconstructing this ship. It is beautiful. I think he's battle shorting him now. Yeah, his fire rate has gone through the roof. Look at it. It's gone. Just like that. This ship who's been through so much. Fought so many battles. It's just dead. Can res his CIC, but I don't think he's going to have enough power to do anything. Or so OSP's still going to win. Even though this is an absolutely valiant effort on the part of Lucy. absolutely valiant.
Enemy is securing zone dagger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I don't know, maybe I'll delete a couple pieces of this. But not all of it. Mad respect to Lucy. See, this is an instance where staying in is worth. Right? Because you're actually doing something. You're not just running down the clock and flying around in a little scout somewhere out in space. This guy's actually fighting. And even though he's lost, he's still, like, fighting and getting kills and doing damage.
Zone dagger.
That I respect. Gonna start eating some plasma on the other side. This is the world's most beat up Solomon that is still alive. Plasma on both sides. A lot of gunfire on both sides. A few missiles too. This thing is just in a bad, bad way. Yeah, Portazon Bruno, speaking of missiles, got rectorinoed by Call's little brigada. Unfortunately, going to be shooting at a dead ship. Not a very accurate track on what it either. Glad he had a good time. Glad he had a real good time.
The enemy secured zone Atlas.
Okay. Oh, that's not fair. 30,000 damage from a stupid beam shit. 34 from this gunship? Oh my god. The gamble to sack the PD truly paying off. Only punished for it right at the end. Wild. I mean, Voodoo fan, of course, DC'd early. Like a baby. And Zombie got in, got some damage, but ate a lot of shots really early. His beams, unfortunately, were not able to get close enough to do much. Oh, this actually fired. I missed that one. Alright. Lucy knocking it out of the park. Bread Dog Stalin doing pretty good as well until he got forcibly DC'd due to an error of some sort. Pro Noob getting some damage down the field, but mostly just eating a lot of gunfire. Kerbal Space Police. Wow. 14k of that. That's more than I was expecting. And that's way more than I was expecting. Hello? I guess the plasma really added up. With the help from these monitors. Those T-30s were able to do pretty good damage on all the fat ships. The Axford and the two Solomons. And pretty decent damage out of these tugs. Or out of these two tugs, really. With the missiles? Yeah. Nice. Imbushka, unfortunately, just completely annihilated before he can really participate in the match. Bringing T30s against Solomon's. And it just did not work out. That is a gamble that did not pay off. Yeah, that was fun. And I need to go make a book report. So I will see you guys later.